It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. We're just moments away from the action, under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
The punter, Jack Fox, handling the kickoffs. And off we go from Ford Field. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Buccaneers led out by their quarterback, Baker Mayfield. He was in Cleveland and Carolina, and then with the Rams. But now year 2, and it feels like he's found a home. Greg here with the Buccaneers.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
On second down, Baker. Down the field, it's Evans. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They go play action with Mayfield. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll run with the 3rd-year man. It's Rashad White. The ball's out.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Here's 1st and 10. First carry for David Montgomery. Whoa, David Montgomery! David Montgomery! And he is unstoppable! He goes all the way! 70 yards! Touchdown, Detroit! Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Extra point attempt to come here. His kick is good, and the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense, running back Rashad White, ready for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. That's Palmer, the man in motion. On first down is Mayfield. That's caught. Trey Palmer. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here comes Otten in motion. On play action, Mayfield. He connects with Palmer on that one. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here comes Otten in motion. Baker going to hand it to White. He fumbled the football.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 7-0 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Lions first down.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple, right? I mean, everyone wants to complicate offensive football and make it super technical. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
He's got it at about the 8. And he's into the end zone. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions.
This is kind of the feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure. And when you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity, and quarterback had his opportunity to find his matchup, good protection up front, and they just couldn't hold up in coverage long enough, and they give up a big touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Lions move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. This one intercepted. Picked off by Ifotu Melifonwu. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
You know, Mike, drastically different things waiting for these two squads on the sideline as they run off. I mean, we can hear the defensive sideline celebrating all the way up here. I mean, back-to-back drives, they come away with the takeaway. Now, on the offensive sideline, there's no celebration awaiting. It's coaches looking to gather their guys together and say, look, we've got to have ball security. If we don't protect the football, we have no chance.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The motion man is Raymond. On 1st down, it's Goff. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And his great first half on the ground continues, and this is one of those guys that when he gets in the groove, it seems like it's an 8-yard run, a 10-yard run, and all of a sudden a 15-yard chunk play, one after another.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. 1st and goal, and here's Montgomery. Two minutes remain here in this 1st half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. One more time with Montgomery. A dive, and he's in! David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. His 2nd touchdown of this 1st half. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to take over possession of the football. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. Open man, the tight end, O'Keefe. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. They drop this underneath to White. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. That's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. This one complete to Palmer. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He pulls it in around the 5. And this is going to set him up with 1st and goal. Mark him out of bounds at the 4.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. Everyone talks about being balanced. But as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. To throw is Mayfield. He's got his big tight end, Cade Otten. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a 1-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Next, the score, Lions 21, Buccaneers 7.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. And the big night continues. That last run gives him yardage to put him over 100 for the game. So we've reached halftime here at Ford Field, and the Lions have the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report. In that first half, it was David Montgomery who proved to be tough to stop. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. The Lions offense. And their running back set to go once more. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Now the second-year man out of Alabama, Jahmyr Gibbs. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
And he will convert. Good job there. Drive continues at the 48.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, Goff. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And that is incomplete.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had all sorts of ball control problems in this one. Let's take you back through the moments. Nothing gets you in a coach's doghouse or next to the coach faster than fumbling the football. He's done it multiple times. Very big hole for his team to dig out of. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. This one caught left side by Evans. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Now Mayfield. He finds his tight end, Keith. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Oh, after the catch, He's hit, and the ball is out. And the defense has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Goff to throw on first down. That's taken in by Khalif Raymond. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
2nd down and 8. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, Detroit. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll come up here 1st and 10. On the ground, Montgomery. Yeah. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's got another one. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. And making a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the 2nd half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Greg, kind of a head-scratcher in this one. A fumble or 2 here or there. That's going to happen. But they've continually put the ball on the ground in this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've ever seen anything quite like it, and kind of seems like when it rains, it pours. It gets a little mental for the ball carriers. They're kind of contagious in a sense, Mike. But you know who also gets really wrapped up in it is the defense. They say, hey, I've seen that ball pop out time and time again. You get those guys continuing to believe it's going to come out and attack the ball, and you have days like this today. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Second down throw for Mayfield. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it's going to be third down. Mayfield to throw. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Down the field, it's Evans. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Right back to Evans. He's got it again. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
These are the type of plays that drive a coach crazy in the film room, and you have to learn as a quarterback to avoid. You can take some chances. You can push the ball downfield, but not only to pick up a couple yards. You got to pick your chances of when you want to be aggressive, and you got to make sure you make better decisions going forward.
On second down, Baker. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into the deficit. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Lions offense ready to get back at it. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.